Hello, hello, hello. Oh, Anaphin, I have to wait right until 5 o'clock. I have to be exactly on time every single time. What is happening, everybody? Yeah, look at you being all patient and stuff. What's up, Jet? How's it going? Good to see you. Yelnats made it for a live stream. Welcome, buddy. How's everybody doing? It's Friday. It's Friday. My second favorite day of the week because tomorrow is technically my Friday because I work Saturdays. Second best day of the week. What's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? Curvex, what's up? Nice to see you. Ashura Knight, my first live. Welcome. When I first saw that comment come up, I said my first love, and I was like, what? What do I know you? Should I know you from somewhere? Airpex, what's up? Saturday 11 a.m. So you're in the future. That's yeah, on that's first beer. I can't drink on stream anymore. I used to try it and not that I get stupid or anything like that, but it's there's too many things to keep track of, and if you're not paying attention, it's real easy to get messed up. Okay, so just to let you guys know something, we are going in game today. I want to show you guys something, and I am like, when I first saw what I saw that inspired today's stream, I didn't believe it. I thought it was AI or BS or some other acronym for something else. But anyways, so I got everything all set up for today's stream to test it. First of all, to test it out, make sure that it's true. And then, but I had a problem with setting up the server, and Oxide wasn't working. So we switched to Carbon, and Carbon wasn't working. And then, so we had to go back to Vanilla, which is okay because I don't need plugins to show you what I'm going to show you guys tonight. And it was just a mess. And now that I'm actually in the server and everything is working and I have everything set up, I was rubber banding so hard. So I did a full system restart like at 7 minutes before the stream was supposed to go live. And I was hoping that was going to fix the issue, but it doesn't seem like it has. So that sucks. I'm going to chalk that up to, well, I was going to chalk it up to Starlink, but it's actually not Starlink's fault. So I don't know what's going on. The only thing that I can assume is that there is an actual problem with the staging branch of Rust right now. And that's going back a day or two, Anaphin. I think there's legitimately a problem with the staging branch right now, so we're going to try and fumble our way through it, but we're going to get into that in just a little bit. Sounds like you need a 9950X3D2, but not from me. I don't know what that is. So you guys out there that, I could give you a model number of like a motherboard or a processor or something like that, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I have a I'm almost embarrassed to say, but it's a RTX 3080, and yes, I did have to look because I couldn't remember. Oh, really? FPS for your servers in the toilet? Okay, interesting. Maybe it's not just me. It could just be okay. So there you go. Is it an AMD CPU? I am on an AMD system. There was a time when I would have said that I absolutely love Threadripper because at the time it was like the cat's meow. Yeah, do me a favor if you haven't already, hit that like button. Let everyone know that you're in here, and I've got some really. I think it's game changing. I really think they've upped the game, and it's kind of one of those things where it was like kind of no duh. Like, why haven't they done that a long time ago? But yes, I am using Fizz Gun. This is a Fizz Gun server, yes. I was gonna try and commandeer one of their existing testing servers, and they're like, hey, do you want to have your own staging server? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And that's when we found out that there's a problem with oxide staging as well as maybe carbon staging as well. I'm not sure. I didn't have time to dig into all of those details. Yeah, Anafin, we spent some time on the old Battlefield back in the good old days, man. Battlefield 2. That was the bomb diggity. I think I've got all my things all screwed up here on oh, I gotta see if I can not rubber band. Okay, I didn't rubber band. Oh, I just rubber banded, but at least I'm within range now, so I can. Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, good. So we're all set. Yeah, of course I gotta leave you in suspense. I gotta give it a couple minutes before a couple of people get in here. We're at just about 20. How many likes we at? How many people have actually liked the video so far, or the live stream, I should say? BMG Jet, I'm still waiting to find out what a 9950 X3D2 is. See, I never got into Call of Duty. Never. I tried my damnedest to get into that game. The best that I can figure out is people that are Battlefield people are not Call of Duty people, and vice versa. It just can't be. Yeah, be like Yelnats and hit that like button before we get going here. The best CPU you can get for Rust. Okay. I'm probably going to write that down and keep that in mind. Is it AMD? My system is probably so old now that I'd have to rebuild it from the ground up. I probably new Mobo, probably new RAM. Well, definitely new RAM, because, and unfortunately, in this day and age, that's the most expensive part. Well, no, it's not, but compared to what it used to be, it is definitely the most inflated priced item that we have. But yeah, so the rubber banding, I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to try and fumble our way through this. I do know that it's not a Fizz Gun issue because my other 3 servers that are on Fizz Gun are running fine. So I don't, it's either maybe it could be a staging issue. It could be a Starlink issue. Maybe it's just isolated to me. $782. You could never get into Battlefield? Oh man, I love that stuff, man. I love Battlefield. I say that, but I haven't like played it religiously since Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3, I'll say. Haven't played 5, haven't played 6. Wait, is there? Yeah, there is 6 now, right? Yeah. $782 USD on Newegg. Okay, I'm gonna go look at it. In fact, what I'm gonna do right this very second is I'm gonna grab this. I just about put you in timeout. That's not what I was trying to do. I'm gonna grab this model number. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. What a stupid limitation. Anyways, I'll come back to it later. That's okay. I will definitely have a look-see though. I do have a guy. I do have a computer parts guy, so I will see what he says, thinks, availability, etc., etc. All right, you ready? You guys ready? I'm gonna go through this, and you guys are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we already knew that," and I'm gonna be like, looking like a dumbass. This isn't like breaking news or anything like that. Yeah, BF3 OG, yep. RTX Pro 6000, and you'll be sorted easy buy on your budget. Hey, you don't know what my budget is. Maybe I just took in all my pop can recycling a couple of days ago. You don't know. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Fizz Gun servers, and the team I'd be hard pressed to decide. Do I like the service better or the team that's backing it up? Because they're pretty good to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. But their hardware, top notch. Their panel, can't beat it. They just released yesterday. They just released something new. In fact, I'll show you guys what they released yesterday, which is super cool. Actually, I can do that right now because I have it right here. So what they've done is here, let me just back out of this so you can actually see what it looks like. What they've done is they've taken their Rust server, Rust God tools, and given it its own panel. So you don't have to give them, you don't have to give somebody access to your entire back end. You can just give them access to just the Rust God tools. And I think they just announced this yesterday. In fact, here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in chat. So anybody that is with Fizz Gun, go check this out and you can see like what kind of accesses. And I want to say there's, as the owner, you can set up to 64 different, I think it's 64 different permissions to allow access, different types of accesses. So we've got access to our live map. We can manage players the same way. But again, there are permissions that I haven't set up yet for any of this. So it's, I don't know. It's very new to me. It's very new to them. But it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy that they did this. Anyways, that was just a little Fizz Gun plug. They're always changing it up. They're always innovating. And, it's crazy what they're coming up with. I wouldn't have thought of that. So anyways, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay. This is the purpose of today's stream, was to like late breaking this non-breaking news that I'm sure everybody already knows. So we all know that if we go in and we interact with our workbenches, it brings up the tech tree. We can go through and do all that stuff. But if you hold that and go into the open inventory, see, now I'm rubber banding. Now we can actually have additions. We can like have a modular type setup on our workbenches. Dun, 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 it's amazing. I'm just gonna wait and chat for my chat to blow up and say, you dumbass, that's been out for like weeks or months or however long, and how have you not heard about this? Go ahead, light me up. And then we'll play around and I'll show you what it does. I should have got water. That was dumb. 9K graphics card. I can't, there's no way I could spend 9K on a graphics card. I just can't do it. No way. And that's 9K American. So what's that Canadian? Like $15,000? Jesus. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you big dummy. That's been out for a long time and everybody already knows about it, right? So I'm like totally late to the party. I very rarely will go into a staging server just to see what's coming, because sometimes you'll get all excited that something's coming out next month and then they delay it a month or 2 or 7 or whatever. Okay, so you found out about it yesterday. That's not bad. So I beat you then. That means I found out about it. So it was when I came back from Toronto. So that was Tuesday. I found out about it. But it is like, I don't know, man. Like they've really come up with something here. So like we can basically modify how our workbenches are going to respond when we're using them. Reinforced work. No, let's just start at the beginning. So we've got a comfort workbench upgrade. Provides 100% comfort around the workbench for those long crafting sessions. So if we put that into our workbench, and it even shows, can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. It even shows in the status center that our workbench has an upgrade to it. 9K GPU, you can just get AI to always stream for you. That AI, BMG Jet has created an AI of me, and it is creepy AF. It's probably only creepy to me. To maybe some people out there, it might just look like me and sound like me, but to me, it's creepy. So anyways, we've got, so we now in our workbench, we now have the comfort workbench, and you guys can't see it because of my overlay, but I have 100% comfort from my workbench. And if I go out of range of it, it drops. Oh, see, damn it. Now I'm like, it's going to take me 15 minutes to walk back over there. Watch. Yep, see? Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Trust me when I say that this is not Fizz Gun, though. This is staging that's doing this. There we go. All right. Don't move, man. Don't move. All right. Let's go back into our workbench and let's check out the next one. So we've got the defensive workbench upgrade. Clothing crafted at this workbench is guaranteed to have at least one armored plate slot. So how many times have we been sitting at a workbench building or crafting armor for our team, and like 1 in 50 or something like that will have an armored plate slot available for it. So at least now we can guarantee at least one. And it adds it to the workbench level, the workbench upgrade there, as you can see on the right hand side. Oh, what's this? Oh, so you're actually going to be able to see things. So right now, this is obviously just a placeholder item. I think earlier was that thing right there. That wasn't there when before I put the comfort one in. I think that's what changed right there. Can I post about admin tools similar to what Fizz Gun GT have for these? I don't have Fizz Gun server. It's been helpful for me. You can. I don't mind you sharing the way other companies are doing it. That's fine. Can I post about an admin tool similar to what Fizz Gun GT have got for those? Yeah, okay. I did read that right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Can you stack that upgrade for, that is a great question. I think no. I think you can't stack these. That one was defensive, right? So if we try to add another defensive, what does that do? Nothing. So you cannot. Now, what I don't know for sure is what if we were in a modded server and we had stacks of these? That might change things. I don't know if it would actually have an effect on the actual workbench, but maybe we can trick it into thinking that there should be 3 or 10 or whatever, and then guarantee those. Great thinking though. And if this goes live next month, that's going to be one of the first things I try is stacking. Yep. See, exactly. You went down this exact same path I did. All right. So let's check out the next one. The next one is reinforced workbench upgrade. Increases the workbench's max HP by 150% and grants explosive damage resistance. So that's cool. I need a ham. I need a ham like that so I can see. So we're at 7. It's springtime. My window's open. You're going to hear traffic outside. Sorry about that. So we're currently at 750. Oh, no, don't pick it up. We're currently at 750 hit points. Let's add that. So it brings us up to 1875. However, you need to repair it up to that level. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think it was just Fizz Gun. Like my other servers that aren't on staging, they're running smoothly. There's no issue there. So I knew that it wasn't Fizz Gun as a service. Excuse me. Hope those upgraded images are only temporary. Those look very much like some AI created them. You know what? I agree with that. However, We got to get used to it. That AI, at least it's not AI slop, because AI slop is trash. All right, let's keep going here. So we've got the salvage workbench upgrade, which reduces the scrap cost of all tech tree unlocks at this bench by 20%. Scrap savings. Love it. I love it. And we can only do a maximum of 6 add-ons. Surplus work. Okay, so these two. Oh, you guys can't see. Oh yeah, you can. These two icons look exactly the same. You're not. You don't have to adjust your TV set or anything like that. That is actually factual. So surplus workbench upgrade. So 20% chance to produce a random surplus part 1 through 8 when crafting. Surplus parts are used in special alternate recipes. So we're going to end up, or we have a possibility of ending up with an extra item that we've just finished crafting, is basically what that comes down to. Prototype workbench upgrade allows unlocking any tech tree item regardless of progression. Cost is doubled, and there's a 10% chance of failure that still consumes resources. Okay, so you don't have to work your way down through a tech tree when you're working on this workbench when you have this upgrade. So you can go directly to the AK, for example, but you run the risk. It's going to cost you double, and you run a 10% risk of it failing anyways. So it's going to cost you scrap no matter what. It's going to cost you double to try it, and it might be a complete waste of scrap. So there are risks involved. So let's take out, I'm just going to take out all 6 of these. Yeah, okay. All right, so the next one is efficiency workbench upgrade. A 10% chance to produce a free bonus item when crafting in batches. Does not apply to C4 or rockets. Makes sense. Makes sense. So you could be crafting ammo and you run a chance of getting a free bonus item when crafting in batches only, not singular items. And the recycle bin workbench upgrade. Each craft has a chance to refund, which is 0 to 10%. A chance to refund 0 to 10% of the ingredients cost back to you in raw material form. So your crafting might be cheaper. Might be. There is a chance of that. Chance TM. And then the last one, well, actually, I'll confirm that it's the last one. I don't know this for sure. Plugin needed, so it applies to C4 and rockets. I'm sure there's somebody out there. Yep, there you go. It's on your list. Perfect. Good to hear it. Accelerated workbench upgrade. Crafting speed is increased by 25% for each item already completed in the same batch. Crafting speed increases by 25% for each item already completed in the same batch. All right, so we get faster crafting. So, see, look at what this is doing. So I wonder what these are going to look like. Oh, the toolbox is there now. Oh, the recycle thing, that wasn't there before. And so how many, I think we just have 3, right? I wasn't paying attention when I was putting these other ones on here. So there's underneath there. Yeah, so they've just got placeholders in there right now. They haven't finished those graphics, images, whatever you want to call it. The in-game items, I should say. So we don't know what those are going to look like yet. But I think this is cool. I think this is like probably one of the most it's probably one of the most innovative things they've done in quite a while. Like, I mean, seriously, when was the last time they made a change to the workbench, right? I think I like it. I like it a lot. I hope those upgraded. Oh, you already said that, or I already said that. Yeah. I don't know. This is cool. I like it. What do you guys think? Tell me now, if forever hold your peace. I am curious to know what. Sorry guys, this is it's frustrating for me. I'm like raging inside right now. So we can do all of this on Workbench level 2, except we only have 5 slots. Did I see that right? Yeah, we only have 5 slots on the Workbench level 2. So whatever, that's fine. Let's go have a look at Workbench level 1. And that one only has 4 slots. So, pretty cool. I do like it. Yeah. It's pretty... I like it. I like it a lot, actually. See, I took... I don't know. I kind of took issue back in the day. I thought FacePunch was expanding the game too much. Like they, even with the naval update, I was thinking like, is this really something that we needed? And like, I play the naval event. I do. I have fun with it. I love building boats. I'm having a lot of fun with it. But I think there's a lot of things that could have been done first. And granted, I know how FacePunch works. They have teams that are working on different things, and they don't really talk to each other all that much. Not that they don't talk to each other, but like one thing is not dependent on another thing. And so anyways, there's a lot of things being worked on all at the same time. So God only knows how long they've been working on this. How big of a Rob Zombie fan are you? I'm a fairly big Rob Zombie fan because I named my okay, so yes, I named my in-game character Living Dead Girl. Yeah. But you have to understand what I do. So between my YouTube presence and then my server admin presence, sometimes I get caught and people figure out who I am. So then I have to go through and change my name, and then I have to creatively come up with a new name that's interesting. And one night I had to do that, and I was on my playlist, and Living Dead Girl was playing, and I was like, there it is. I don't have to think about it. The decision was already made for me. I used to just use SRTBULL. But people very quickly caught on to who I was. I play on this one server that I'm not an admin of, so I can just play like a normal player. And what I was doing on that server actually inspired a group of players to start a clan, and they called it CAB, C-A-B. Oh shit! Now I've just told you who it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, there's probably lots of them out there. But anyway, CAB stands for Coalition Against Bull. Me. I don't even know what I did. I was just playing the game. No, I will not sing anything for anybody ever. I sing to myself in the truck. That's it. But yes. Who is the insatiable creature who has irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead? Yeah, it's good. It's good music. Oh, sorry, I normally try to mute that. So that's Workbenches, man. I'm pumped. And I don't even know what else is coming out. I very rarely pay attention to the commits and stuff like that. I should. I think you've actually asked me to talk about, it's less about the upcoming changes, more about the convars that are changing. So, but similar vein, AI will have it sorted out. Oh no. Okay, you know what, I kind of want to see that. So you send that over as soon as you've got that ready to go. Oh man, that's brutal. The worst thing is my talking voice. Like, at least when I'm singing in the truck and I sound good to myself, I probably don't sound good to anybody else, but at least it's a singing voice, whereas you're only going to have access to my talking voice. So now you're going to try and make a singing voice out of my talking voice, and damn, that's gonna be terrifying. terrifying. Ah, damn. Damn. Yeah, so anyways, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And I was in Toronto over the weekend and into part of this week, so I'm a little bit behind schedule on my getting videos put out, but man, do I have some cool ass videos coming out. I want to tell you so bad what's coming out, but it's like the developer has asked me not to say anything yet, so I can't. But it's coming and it's going to be cool. It's going to knock your socks off. And no, never mind. I'm not even going to talk about it. Forget it. I don't like doing teasers like that, but now I've gone and done it. So yeah, that's doing something right then. I missed. Oh yeah, when I was talking about having to change my name. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, they get super pissed. They think, oh, are you recording? Are you going to put me on your YouTube channel? Blah, blah, blah. You busted me doing XYZ. No, this isn't content. I have a job to do. Yeah, it's good. I'm excited about it. I saw a bit of a preview of what I'm talking about, and I was like, gimme that. Give me it. And he's like, no, it's not ready to go yet. You can't have it. All right, fine. I'll explore being patient. Rust is releasing their own 3D web map you can move around if you haven't heard about that. Well, I need to talk to Jet, do you do voice calls? Cuz like I want to talk to you about your project. I want to know where it came from, why you're doing it, and is it public? Is this just a passion project for you? I want to talk to you. Like directly, like not text. I want to talk. And that's my cat at the door, mad because we're in here talking and he's not allowed. Jet has been showing me previews of what he's been working on, and I haven't been able to dive into it yet because it's my life is just because. But I want to know what it's all about because the previews look really interesting. So will Rust release it? Okay, good. Let's do that then. Like, come on, man. How long have we been doing this for? Like, long time, and we've never like actually spoken to each other. Is that going to like diminish or add on to what you're doing? Again, I'm not 100% clear on what your goal is, so yeah, okay, so there you go. Jet, is this like, could I show people what you're working on? Let me look. Let me just have a quick boo looky here. Where are you? There you are. I won't do anything until I get explicit consent from the developer, from BMG Jet. So I have 2 videos that I could show, 1 image, 2 videos, 1 image. Let me show the image. That doesn't explicitly say whether I can show it or not, though. Or whether you want to keep it quiet or whatever. Yes, my ear's itchy. Leave me alone. Just waiting for a response. I don't normally allow for dead air time. I'm just waiting for a response in chat from BMG Jet. Okay, so he says I can show it off. So I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you 2 videos of what it is. No, it's not that I need content. It's that I want to know what the hell you're working on. And I want to show it off. Okay, so this is video number 1. So this is a Rust map generator. Oh my, look at the... Oh, there it goes. So this is a... Oh yeah, you can go through and select everything. So this here, I assume, was... It basically negates the need of going through and looking for different types of maps. Okay, no, so this is the 3D live preview. That's... Okay. So we can generate a map. We can go through and have a look at the live. And there's another video, or no, the image that I'm going to show you in a second here is showing something very helpful too. So this was very preliminary. This was just after he had just started playing around with the idea. Oh, it's still generating too. Okay. Download the map file. Yep. Okay, and then the other one, there's that AI video that is creepy AF. And now he's got it to the point where it shows the no build zones, which is cool. I'm digging. And then let's have a look at this video here. Go. Thank you. I don't know, is there any audio coming out of this? No, there isn't. Okay. This one's a little bit longer. So yeah, we'll get together in a call sometime, and I just want to hear like kind of what your goals are or whatever. And like I understand that you just like playing around, just kind of like seeing what you can build. I get that. Trust me, I get that. Do you have a timeline as far as when FACEPUNCH is going to have their version of this available? I hadn't heard that, but again, like I said, I don't really keep up with commits. I know I should, but... Oh, yeah, now we're getting more detail in there. Yeah, dude, this is cool, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Gonna have to figure something out about that whole mouse business though. Hey, I can see that not being awesome. Unless that's middle mouse click. Maybe that's middle mouse click. That's what I'm seeing. No, this type of stuff isn't it's not talked about in the Discord. These are just DMs. People send me stuff all the time, and then if it's awesome, I'll show it off, and if it's not, I don't. I do like that it's not actually trying to generate water. That's good. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. You're definitely onto something, and even if it's just playing around, it's still pretty fun. I like it. But yeah, anyways, so that's basically, I wanted to show off the Workbench thing because I think that is absolutely top notch. And so this is going to feel like a really short stream, and compared to history, it actually is. I did promise the wife that I would be less than an hour today, so that's good. And Starlink has not failed me, and I thought that it was going to. So I can I can have Rust playing. I can be streaming live. It's been smooth. I think it's been smooth. I haven't had any notifications that there's been an issue. So that's really good. Do you have any idea how I set the time on server startup with the server.cfg because it didn't work env time 12? So you want the server to start up at a specific time. So what I would do then is I would use a plugin called time to execute and have it fire about 30 seconds after the server starts up, and set the time to env.time to 12. Or do you want it to stay at 12 o'clock? Because there's ways of doing that too. There's a time of day plugin on Umod for free where you can select what time of day you want it to be and it just stays there. Is that what you're going for? That's pretty common. You'll find that on like Battlefield servers and stuff like that where you don't really need the reality of nighttime. I do have a Battlefield server that I'm having a really hard time populating. I can't even get, I think I have 2 people that play there, which is, I think, ridiculous. So if anybody is wondering, I'm not running, but I did build the Weekend Warriors Battlefield server, if anybody's interested in checking out a Battlefield server. Oh, look at the timing. Noob Cakes pops in. Just as I was shutting, I've already talked about why I was streaming today and you missed it. And it's badass. So now I'm going to have to tell you about it in private. It's all good, man. I totally get it. Life comes first, right? Video quality and audio have been good on your new internet. So this is the first time I've gone live with just Starlink. And because the last time I went live, I had Starlink with my old crap internet as backup. So if Starlink drooped, then my other internet would fill that gap, sort of. I want static or just slowing it down, but I don't want to use plugins. Okay. Can you freeze time without a plugin? I want to say you can, but I'd have to look into that for you. You can search through the CVARs. If you just did a search for something time, maybe it's even freeze time. I'm not sure. Actually, BMG Jet might even know. Oh, meeting with the surgeon, right? Oh, I didn't know that was today, actually. Yeah. Anyways, that's we'll have to take that offline because I want to know how that went. It would break all the events freezing in time. That is true. And I have found that. So like I use on my Battlefield server on Weekend Warriors, I do use time to execute to trigger. Right now I'm triggering the Easter event because with time frozen, everything freezes, which means you don't get cargo ship on schedule. You don't get the patrol heli on schedule. You have to have plugins or calls in order to have any of those events. In the server, I got a console. You mean that? I'm unsure on what you're saying there. So CVARs. CVARs are the way that you can control. It's basically what you would put in that config file. Those are CVARs. So while, yes, you could run the command from console, you want to have it automated, so you put it into your server.config. But I don't know that you would be able to... I know that you'd be able to set the time. I just don't know if you can freeze the time. It's something that I'll have to look into. Oh, CVARs, convars, they're basically just the variables that you can modify in the game or in the server.cfg, server.cfg. You can edit the convars in there and it affects how the game plays. I know you want it auto. This is Daisy Vanilla Plus. You should hit me up in Discord. You DM or whatever. And I'll see what I can find out, but I'll do it offline. Like, not on live stream. I want to say if there's a will, there's a way, but there are some limitations to the game. There's some things that we can't do without plugins. And that brings me to another question. Why don't you want to use a plugin? Because that would accomplish it. It lickety split, and it would be super easy, and then it's done. Server boots up. It automatically changes time to 12 o'clock and holds it there. No, you didn't hear about, I only mentioned Weekend Warriors. So if we happen to be talking about Battlefield servers, or I was, not we, and I said, hey, if anybody wants to go check out the Weekend Warriors Battlefield server, I played a role in building it, yeah, but it wasn't like an announcement or anything like that. No, you would need a Harmony mod if you don't want to use a plugin. Yeah, that would work. But even at that, I can't think of a Harmony mod that's doing that. Freezing time. No, the purpose of today's stream was to talk about the changes that are coming to the Workbench. It's on staging right now, and when I saw it the other day, I was like, that's BS, and I had to go in and check it out for myself. And I found, yeah, you can link it here, absolutely. And I said, people are going to want to know this, and I also want to know if I was the last one to the party to hear that this was coming, because I think it's like one of the greatest things they've done in a really long time. Yeah, we're at 13 minutes. Yeah, I am going to shut the stream down. So I want to thank everybody for popping in. If you haven't yet already, make sure you hit that like button for me. Trust me when I say it helps me out more than you can ever imagine. I hate being that guy that's always begging for likes and subscribes and all that other stuff. But unfortunately, that is the way of YouTube, and I have to do it because if I don't, it doesn't happen. And anyways, such is life on YouTube. And yeah, if everyone hits that like button, my wife can't get mad. That's right. And we are going on date night tonight, and I have to be done by absolutely 6 o'clock. So, what is the Workbench update? Can you tell me more about that? They have added slots where we can add mod. Here, I can show you because it's right here. They have added slots to the Workbench, and we can radial wheel and open up the Workbench upgrades. It's right behind my head. And we could dump these items into our Workbench, and it makes our workbenches function differently. Oops. And it's super cool, and I'm really happy with it, and I don't mind showing it off again because it's that cool. I was like, why didn't that change time? So those white things that you're seeing on my screen right now, those are obviously placeholders for images. Like, for example, that toolbox right there is it's one of these modules that we've added on. There's also a plate behind the toolbox that is like, if I go through and take these out, you're going to see those things go away. So can you see that in the background? Yes, you can. So let's take that. Let's take that. So that was one of the boxes. That was a box underneath right there that just went away. I don't know. Oh, that was the toolbox that just left the Workbench. That was the recycle can in the top middle there. Here, let me put that back so you can see what that looks like. So there's a recycle can right there at the top of the Workbench. When I take that modular thing out, it goes away. And then if I take that away, that white box will go away. So those are just placeholder images for items that are coming. I don't know when. I don't know any more details. What you're seeing right now, this is what I know. Airpex, I was your first thumbs up on YouTube. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. They do lots of different things. To give you an idea, like the reinforced workbench upgrade increases the workbench max HP by 150% and grants explosive damage resistance. So with our hammer, you can see that the workbench is at 750 hit points right now. Where if we add, oops, damn it, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, see now, okay, that didn't take very long. So if I add that module back in there, it increases the hit point ability to 1875, but you have to repair it up to that point. And all of these different modules do different things. So the items in the workbench are not functional yet, and more is coming soon. Good to know. They are functional. It's just what you see on the workbench is not finished yet. That upgrade will be great for blocking doors. That was actually mentioned. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Blocking doorways. Yep. That is going to happen. Would timed execute work for a countdown notification in the server before a restart? You could use timed execute to trigger the restart, and the restart itself has a countdown timer. Like if you're in console and you just do restart and you don't put anything after that and hit enter, it'll start a countdown timer at 300 seconds. And I think it'll report back every 30 seconds up until the last 30 seconds. And then it counts down those 30 seconds by each individual second. 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. When I use these mods, will the server move to the modded section in the server search? If you're using a plugin like timed execute, yes, probably. You would. Oh, that's complicated. Technically, yes, because you're changing something that is player facing and it is affecting the gameplay for the players on your server. So yes, technically you would have to be in the modded section in the Rust server directory. Yes. I didn't. There's a reason why I didn't say that. But yeah, what BMG Jet is saying. He's not necessarily asking about modded tag. He's asking about being in the modded category. He wants to remain in the vanilla category. I understand what he's saying. Yeah, should really be in modded. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Anyways, I am going to shut down the stream. I now currently have 8 minutes to be done. So we're on time. We were successful. I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about today. Thank you all so much for showing up for today's stream. Even though it was a short one, damn, I wanted to tell you about Havoc Hero, which is happening on the 24th. I'm going to have to come out with some more details on that so that you guys know what is happening with Havoc Hero, how to participate, how to get involved. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on regular scheduled programming again next Friday. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then.